All right, everyone, happy Tuesday and welcome to Stretch and Relax. My name is Lee Ennis, for those of you who are newly joining, and I teach the Austin Independent School District Stretch and Relax class every Tuesday and Thursday from 12:10 to 12:30. One more. These classes, if you ever cannot make it, they are available on the Austin ISD Benefits and Wellness YouTube. It's very important you put benefits and wellness. It's separate from the Austin ISD page, okay? So you can watch those if there's ever during the week a time when you can't make it to the classes, okay? So these classes are designed to give you 20 minutes on Tuesdays and Thursdays to kind of step away from the work that you've been doing, step away from any stressful situation you may have. It's going to give you some time to stretch, to breathe, and really focus on self-care. These classes will never be high impact or require any sort of lifting activity. The only equipment you will ever need would just be a chair that doesn't roll, and we'll let you know going into the class whether or not you'll be using it. Today, we're not going to have any equipment. We're just going to have ourselves, and you want to make sure that you have a space that you can stretch out to the side with your arms. So up, out, to the side. That's all you need, okay? So when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So we're going to stand a little bit wider than hip width apart, and we're going to keep our knees nice and soft, okay? So keep those knees nice and soft, never bend them, and you're going to start by rounding your shoulders down and back and really elongating your spine, keeping your core nice and tight, and we're going to pretend like we've got a string attached to the base of our neck, pulling us nice and tall up towards the ceiling, okay? So we're going to stand nice and tall, shoulders rounded down back, core nice and tight, and knees nice and soft, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with a couple breathing exercises here in the beginning. We're going to do about 2 minutes of this. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus on taking a deep breath in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. As you inhale, you're going to count in your mind 1, 2, 3, and on the exhale, you're going to do the same. 1, 2, 3. So every inhale is going to have a 3 count, and every exhale is going to have a 3 count, okay? So this breathing exercise is going to be the basis for every single exercise that we do throughout this class. So we're going to start with the basics and build on to those, okay? So posture check, shoulders down and back. You can let your hands rest comfortably by your side. You can have your palms facing forward or facing back, and you can close your eyes if that's what you want to do. You can also keep them open, completely your preference. So we're going to start by taking that deep inhale in through our nose and exhaling out through our mouth. Inhale in, counting 1, 2, 3. Exhale out. 1, 2, 3. Continue breathing. Inhale in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And with every inhale, I want you to really focus on your breathing. I want you to envision a steady stream of air coming in through your nose as you count 1, 2, 3, and then exhale out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. In this moment, I want you to continue to breathe, and I want you to focus on any sort of tension you may be holding. Do a full body scan, starting up at your head and your neck, working your way down to the shoulders, the chest, core, hips, down through your legs, your knees, shins, feet, and toes. And I want you to just pay attention to any tension you may be holding. And so on the inhale, creating that awareness. And as you exhale, breathing a little bit deeper into that relaxation and kind of envision breathing that stress and that tension away from those areas. Taking that deep breath in through the nose, counting 1, 2, 3. Exhaling out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in, really hearing yourself breathe and focusing on that deep inhale, filling up the lungs, expanding the rib cage. And on the exhale, pushing all that air out as you breathe that air through your mouth. 3 more deep breaths. Inhale in through your nose, counting 1, 2, 3. Exhale out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Inhale in. And exhale out. Last one, deep breath in. Exhale out through your mouth. Good. Alright. Shake out your feet, wiggle your hands and your toes. Okay? We're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with some stretching. From here on out, we're going to breathe normally, but what I want you to continue to do, not focusing so much on the counting of the 3 count, but I want you to just focus on taking your breath in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. That's going to keep you from doing any chest breathing, which is why some people hyperventilate. Sometimes they're doing a lot of this breathing. So what you want to do is you want to breathe in through your nose, expand those lungs, fill up the rib cage, and breathe out through the mouth, getting nice oxygenated blood to all the areas of your body that we're going to move. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in, and I want you to start by raising your hands up above your head, meeting them up in the middle, stretching up to the ceiling, and then exhale. Deep breath in, all the way up, reach, interlace those fingers and pretend like that string is pulling your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Stretch, open up the shoulders, and exhale. Okay, one more all the way up. We're going to exhale, and as we exhale this time, I'm turning to the side so you can see it. We're going to exhale, and we're going to go all the way down, folding in half, keeping a slight bend in your knees. The goal here is to let your head and neck become completely relaxed. If you can't touch the floor, that's okay. Again, keeping a slight bend in your knees, you should feel a nice stretch up through the hamstring. If you want to intensify that stretch, you just straighten those legs out, okay? So keep a nice stretch. The goal is to touch the floor. If you can't, that's okay. That'll come in time. You want to just reach down, letting your head and neck completely rest, taking those deep breaths in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Inhale in and exhale out. And as you exhale, breathing a little deeper into that stretch and pulling those fingertips down to the floor. From here, continuing with our breathing, we're very slowly going to come up. You're going to start by straightening those legs and envisioning the vertebrae of your spine stacking one by one as you come up, letting your head and neck be the very last thing that comes up as you come back to center. Okay, from here we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Okay, so what I want you to do is to just start by bringing those shoulders up, down, and around, rolling them back. 1, up, down, back. 2, push them down. You should feel a nice stretch through your chest when you're pulling back. 3, good. 4, really wince those shoulders up. 5, continuing to breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opposite direction. So now we're going to bring them forward. 1, over exaggerate. 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, continue to breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shake it out. All right, from here, we're going to start. We're just going to go side to side with the nose. So you're going to take your nose right now, pointing center. I want you to just turn your head so that your nose lines up with that left shoulder. Nice, tall posture. Keeping head and neck, you should feel a nice pull through the back side of the left of the neck. And then forward. Just to the point of tightness, never to the point of pain. You're just going to alternate between left and right shoulders. Continuing to breathe at a very slow and a very controlled pace. What we're doing here is we're really working on a lot of these postural muscles that start to go dormant when we're sitting at our desk. So what we're doing is here, we're increasing that circulation and getting a little bit of blood flow to those movements that we don't necessarily pay attention to when we get caught up in our work. Good. Okay, meet back in center. From here, we just went left to right. Now we're going to go up and down. So I want you to start. Bring your chin to your chest. And then tilt all the way back. Let your head and neck fall. Again, only going to the point of tightness, never pain. Chin to chest. Chin to ceiling. That's all you have to imagine. Bringing that chin down to your chest. And then completely relaxing as you breathe and envision your chin reaching the ceiling. Up and down. Again, only to the point of tightness. One more. Up and down. Good. Okay? Final thing that we're going to do with the neck mobility, I want you to think about the neckline of your shirt. Okay? You've got a smiley face on your chest. I want you to bring your chin to your chest. And I want you to just start on the left side and draw that smiley face. Trace the outline of your shirt with your chin. So you're just going to go side to side, all the way down, dragging your chin across your chest. Back and forth. Good. Nice, slow and controlled. I'm going to do 2 more. Last one. And relax. Okay. All right, guys, so from here, we're going to do a little bit of mobility work for the core. Okay, so we got your shoulders covered. We did a little bit of work with the neck. Now we're going to do some core work. So what I want you to do is I want you to just start by reaching up and over. Just up and over. 1. Starting now with the right hand. Up and over. 2. Keep hitting my light. Up and over. 3. Good. Up and over. You should feel a nice stretch through the oblique. Just like that. Opening up the shoulder blades. Up over the head. Give me 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. From here, we're going to keep that same position. We're going to keep our core nice and tight, but what we're doing is we're reaching across. So you're just going to twist. You're going to keep your hips forward and your knees forward. So we don't want to do this. We want to keep everything from the hips down, forward, and we're just going to reach. Good. Reach across the chest. This should be a nice slow movement. You might feel this in your lower back if you're truly keeping those hips forward. Just reach across. Keep that core nice and tight. Reach across. Really work on stabilizing the hips down through the knees and the toes. Envision them not moving, and that sometimes makes it a little bit easier. 2 more. 2. Good. All right. From here, what we're going to do is I want you to bring both of your hands up. Okay? So you're reaching up to the ceiling. I want you to take your right hand and drop it down to your shoulder. So from the back, it should look just like this. Your right hand is dropping down to your left shoulder, and you're going to take your left hand and gently tug on your right elbow. You should feel a nice stretch right up through the right tricep with this one, guys. Keeping those knees slightly bent, never locked, continuing to breathe, and really pulling down on that elbow. Okay, now we're going to switch. So both of our hands up. We're now going to take our left hand, drop it down to the right shoulder, and take our right hand and place it on the left elbow, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a nice gentle pull where you should feel a nice stretch up through the tricep of the left arm. Pull, pull, pull. Good. Continuing to breathe. Inhaling in through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. Good. Relax. Come back to center. Nice. So from here, we're gonna start making our way down to the hips and the knees and the legs. So what I want you to start with is just doing nice hugs to the chest. So knee hug up and just hug that knee into your chest. Alternate. If you need to, you can use a counter or a wall to keep yourself stable. Just alternate. These don't need to be long stretches, so you shouldn't have to worry so much about balance. You're just pulling that knee into the chest. You should feel this in the glute, and you should feel this up through the quadricep as you're hugging that knee. 2 more. 2. Good. Okay, from here, we're actually going to turn to the side, and if you can, get a wall or get a counter, just like I had, and you're going to start by taking the left leg and pulling that heel up to the left glute. Okay, so you should feel a nice stretch through the hamstring of this one. And you're just pulling it, and again, if you need to, use a wall, use a chair, use a desk, use whatever you need to stabilize. Just continuing to breathe, really pulling that heel into your glute. Inhale in through the nose. And release. Good. So now we're going to switch over and we're going to get the right side. So you're just going to start, pull that knee into the chest. Now from the front, I want you to pay attention to something. When we're pulling this in, you see my knees are lined up with one another. I don't have my knee out to the side or out to the front. We want to keep them just lined up, just so. Okay? You're going to take that in. Take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Pulling that heel up to the glute, feeling that nice stretch up through the quadricep of the right leg. Continuing to breathe. Good. Switching it back down. Okay? From here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to make our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Okay? A little bit wider than hip width apart. And we're going to come down. So you want to have a V coming down from your legs to your feet. Okay? So you're going to come down, keeping your legs straight on this one. We're going to get a nice calf stretch in. So keep your legs straight, and we're going to go all the way down, and you're going to touch the floor in the middle. So you should feel a nice stretch up through the heels, up through the calves, the back of the knee, and the hamstrings. Continuing to breathe, inhaling in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. If you need to intensify the stretch, you can make your legs a little bit wider. Just make sure that you keep them straight. Continuing to breathe. On this next exhale, reach a little bit further down to the ground. If you feel like you can stretch a little bit further, really breathe in on that exhale. Intensifying that stretch as it comes up through the hamstrings and your calves. We're going to walk it over to the right side, holding onto your right ankle, keeping again both legs completely straight. Back to center. Inhale in. Exhale, work on getting a little bit deeper into that stretch. Walk it over to the left. You may notice one side has a little bit more flexibility than the other, and that's normal. That's just something you want to create an awareness for. Back to center. Last one. This is the one for all the money, guys. Take a deep breath in and really push, 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 push. Trying to get as low to the floor as you can while you keep those legs straight. And relax. Very slowly coming all the way up, letting your head and neck be the last thing that comes up. Good. How's everybody feeling? Good? Okay. All right, guys, so this is the point in the class where we start to just decompress. And just as we started, we're going to start with our guided breathing to end the class. So I want you to just start by taking nice deep breaths, keeping that posture, shoulders rounded down and back, nice and tall, okay? And I just want you to breathe normally. We're not going to do the counts this time. We're just going to focus on ourselves. I want you to start to breathe in this moment, but I do want you to keep the nice deep breath in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. As you do this, I want you to focus on really lowering your heart rate. Focus on the breath and focus on relaxing. Dropping your shoulders a little bit more. Continuing to breathe. Letting the head and neck go limp. Focusing that relaxation down through the core. You can put your shoulders, your arms through your fingertips. Moving it down through the hips. Down through your legs to your knees, to your shins, ankles, feet and toes. And as you're inhaling, working on just creating that awareness and remembering where you hold that tension. And on the exhale, just releasing it. Allowing yourself this moment for self-care, self-reflection, and to just breathe. And in the next inhale, I want you to really pay attention. Envision your fingertips and the tips of your toes. I want you to think of those prints, and as you exhale, I want you to imagine them softening. Breathing through that exhale, really blurring the fingertips, softening all the bones in the body. Deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through the mouth. We're going to do 2 more deep breaths. Inhale in. And exhale out. Last one, deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, breathe through all the tension. Completely relaxing your body. And when you're ready, we can open our eyes. Gently move our fingertips. Get a little bit of blood flowing back to our toes. And congratulate yourselves on a job well done. Okay? I hope you all had a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed the class. This class will be posted on YouTube, as well as all of the other classes that we have recorded in the past. They're all posted on there as well now, so please feel free to use those and keep those in mind when we're out for our long break for Christmas, okay? I want to thank all of you for coming today, and I hope you have a great remainder of the next 2 days, and I will see everyone on Thursday. Bye, everybody, guys.